Hey everybody, I haven't uploaded in a couple of days, so I figured I'd come on here today while I'm getting myself together to get ready to go to work and talk to you all for a little bit. I'll be so busy between time to homeschool and take care of my pets, and I'll just be tired a lot of times. So I'm gonna put on my little moisturizer and get ready for the day real quick. I really kind of don't feel like that extra. You know, sometimes we just do not want to be wearing no makeup, honey. If you done took a bath and you clean and you got on clean clothes, we just take care of your hygiene needs and stuff. You're just ready to go. But I figured I'd go ahead and do this while we have our conversation for today. I actually wanted to do this the other day, and I was tired. I couldn't get it done before I left for work, and by the time I got home from work, you just kind of want to sit down and chill a little bit and relax before you go to bed. And so yeah, I just kind of didn't even get it done. But anyway, I'm here. So I hope everybody is doing well. I hope everybody is feeling well. And I guess we will just get into today's topic while I'm doing my makeup real quick. I'm really not about that extra today. I'm trying to go ahead and get things done and get on the move because it's going to be busy today. And they already sent out the little notification that it's liable to be busy today because of Cinco de Mayo. And so, yeah, I'm trying to get this thing done and be through with it. But today's topic is going to be about these gang stalking perps, okay? So the title of this video is going to be Gang Stalking Perps Trying to Discredit Targeted Individuals, okay? And first off, I just kind of want to say that it's pretty plain to see that these ops or operatives, however you want to reference them, ops, operatives, perps, agents, informants, you know, whatever title they like to go by. I really don't care for titles, but these ops are the real criminals in all of this. If truth be told, targeted individuals or targeted victims haven't committed a crime. They haven't done anything wrong, and you're being set up and you're being targeted by individuals who are abusing their authority, who are abusing their power. And so we know that this is not about any thing that a target has done wrong, because if that was the case, this is the reason that the judicial system is put in place. This is the whole reason why that there's a justice system, there's due process, there's court system and things like that. So if this was about something criminal in nature that a target has done wrong, why waste time illegally stalking and harassing a person, using illegal measures, using sinister measures to attack a person if this was about a person committing a crime or doing something wrong. So we're going to get that out the way and say that nevertheless, these cowards go over and beyond to try to place blame or shame or wrongdoing on the individuals who are being targeted, okay? So first thing you want to do is you want to know thy enemy. There is this group or satanic cabal, if you will, or there's levels of what's taking place, of what's going on. So you have the handlers behind the scenes who have communication with people on various different levels. For the most part, this is federal operation. This is a federal program. So you have from Central Intelligence people to federal individuals to people on a militarized level, people higher up in power in government, people belonging to these secret societies that pay third-party type organizations like security agencies, spy companies, and it's a connection of things that goes on that is being done to target people. So you have your Department of Defense, the Department of Justice. You have various different branches and levels of these people who are all in connection with each other to stalk and harass people, to sabotage and ruin the lives of people. But more often than not, a lot of times it's individuals. It's from individuals in your local government, individuals who are in secret societies like your Freemasons, your Eastern Stars, who have connections with individuals who are a part of these organizations, who are on higher up. Someone who has paid to have you blacklisted, to have you put on this hit list, to be stalked, to be harassed, and things. And it's not about the fact that you have done something wrong. There's a lot of people, different people think differently in the world, you know. So there's a lot of people, and maybe not even in a bad way, who are kind of weak-minded. Sometimes, if you notice, a lot of people that get picked on or preyed on, some individuals are very strong, but people who are weak-minded are also picked on. People who maybe suffer from certain type of weaknesses or conditions and stuff like that. I've noticed more often than not, single mothers are targeted. People who are pretty much already isolated even before they make you aware that you're a target, and you're completely isolated from any and everybody that you know. A lot of people who you don't really have a support system, you don't have family support and things like that, because quite frankly, a lot of us have family, but we don't have family, if you can understand that. So our family is not in our life. They're not supportive. They don't have our back. They don't show any love or support or anything like that. People who are already loners, you know, you may not have friends like that. You're not well knit with your family. You may not be in a relationship with anybody. If you are in a relationship with someone, 9 times out of 10, this person has been recruited. This person has been infiltrated, and this person is being used to actively stalk and harass you. So you want to know thy enemy, okay? And when you are a target, you notice those who are in close proximity of you, okay? So you find out real quick that the people closest to you are involved, whether it be your family, whether it be so-called friends, whether it be people that you work with, whether it be people that you're in a relationship with. You can identify these people. And if you are in the right mind space where you can set yourself almost like an out-of-body experience, when you can step outside of yourself and look at a situation and analyze what's happening, what's being done to you, what's going on, you can find out others who are higher up, who are in hiding, because it's actually the lower level individuals who is aware of what's happening to you, aware of what's going on to you, that they use as foot soldiers, if you will. These are the people that they use to directly be in communication with you, to directly do things to target you. But the big wigs, if you will, the ones that's behind the scenes, that stay in hiding all the time, they kind of pride themselves on, oh, you don't know who they are, you don't know. And so they're playing this little psychological operation type of game with you, and they pride themselves on the fact that the ones who have funded this, the ones who are calling the shots on this, are giving the orders on this, who are essentially handling, the handlers of those on a lower level to target you, that they're in behind the scenes. They're behind the scenes. You don't know who they are. You don't know how to access them. But it's not really that hard to break it down and figure out who's involved, what's actually going on, and if you're strong-willed and you're strong-minded like I am, and you're not afraid to reach out to people to get into communication or contact with these people, it kind of gives you an idea of who else could be involved. People in government, people in power, and different things like that. And it also is very telling for when you do go to seek help or assistance for certain things that you're dealing with or going through. Those who are quick to call you a lie, who are quick to dismiss you, who refuse to help you, 9 times out of 10, they are very much aware of what is being done to you, and they are actively participating, whether directly or indirectly, with targeting you as well. Okay? The next thing you want to do and you want to know, for those whom are closest to us, who are actively participating in targeting us, okay? Distance yourself from these people as much as possible. So if these are strangers, these are people that you don't have to have any dealings with, it's best to ignore them as much as possible. Go on with your life. Do what you have to do, as much as it hurt, as much as it bothered you, because that's what they want. They want you uncomfortable. They want you feeling down and depressed. They want you to the point where you realize you're isolated. You have nothing. You have nobody. You have no love. You have no support. You have no help from anybody. So you have to make the conscientious decision to say, well, you know what, I'm not going to insert myself in anybody else's life just for you to continue to disrespect me and mistreat me in this manner. Also, you need to kill them with kindness, okay? In spite of their wicked ways, you want to kill these people with kindness. So the ones who are in your face, the ones who are close to you, the ones that you can clearly identify, the ones who are supposed to love you, care about you, those that you're in a relationship with, that you're directly involved with, people in your family and everything like that, you don't give them that attention that they want, and seeing you hurt, seeing you down from being isolated from them. And then when you do come into contact with them, when you do see them, kill them with kindness, okay, in spite of your wicked ways. Because a lot of times when you start doing that, they'll stop making themselves readily available to you, to try to bring you harm, to throw their shade at you, to do their hand signs, their symbolisms, and different things like that. You'll start noticing that people that you normally seen all the time, or you normally talk to all the time, or you normally was in communication with, they will do everything in their power not to cross paths with you, because a lot of them can't help but to make mistakes when they get around you, especially when you're like myself. When these people get around me and they do certain things, I call them out. And I'll just flat out say, look, you're not going to make me feel some type of way. You're not going to stalk me. You're not going to harass me. I see the hand signs and the symbolisms. I heard that slick shot you just used. And it irritates them so much because they can't tell you why they're doing what they're doing. They can't tell you certain things. So what they'll do is, after a while, they will purposely keep themselves from crossing paths with you. Because when you get to the point where you're not afraid to question them, to call them out on what they're doing and how they're hurting you, they can't stand that. They're going to do one or two things. They're going to all of a sudden start an argument with you to try to try to reflect whatever's happening on you and something being wrong with you, or they're going to argue you down that you're wrong, it's a lie, it's not happening, this, that, and the other. But after they realize that you see what they're doing. A lot of times when you call these people, I do it all the time, especially with strangers. I'll call them out. I'll say it out loud, and I do to them what they do to me, because they try to subtly do things like in a way where they're doing it to you. You know they're directing it to you, but they do it in a way like it's just open-ended, like so you can't try to directly come after them for what they're doing, but you know what they're doing. So I'll do the same thing. I'll speak out loud, and I'm like, and I may say, look at these idiots walking around throwing up their demonic hand sign, throwing up their, and all of a sudden they'll stop. All of a sudden they'll stop. So know thy enemy, kill them with kindness, and speak up for yourself. The one thing they hate is when you can identify the narcissist in them, when you can identify what they're doing to you and call them out about it. But you don't have to be negative. You don't have to be rude. You don't have to be mean. You don't have to be nasty. And that's what it means to kill them with kindness. Let them know, look, what you're doing, you're not going to hurt me. I know full well you're a traitor. You're a sellout. You're partaking and targeting me. You're doing this, that, and the other. Put them on blast. Let them know that, and after a while, you'll realize they'll stop coming around you. Because they know every time they come around you, they know they're going to be triggered to do these things, and you're going to keep calling them out, and it frustrates them so bad. They get so disheveled by you being able to see the demons that's working through them and what they're doing to you. Next, you want to identify the snakes that are smiling in your face. So this kind of goes hand in hand with what I was just talking about. The people that act like they're attracted to you will even tell you they love you, they care about you, yet you can clearly see that they're doing things to you that if they actually loved you, if they actually cared about you, they would not be doing those things. Okay? Identify the snakes that are smiling in your face. Okay? Call them out on the things that they're doing. I love to, I've caught several people I don't talk to on a daily basis. I don't allow anybody in my house, but I've caught several people just circling around my house, sneaky, creeping past my house, watching what I'm doing, if anybody is around, and I'll call them out, and I'll tell them, you know, stalking is a crime, don't you? You know, trying to illegally invade and violate, you know, my privacy, my space. You invade and violate my human rights. That's a crime, right? They hate when you call them out like that. They get so upset. Identify the snakes that are smiling in your face. I don't care if it's your mother. I've had to tell my mother. I know what you're doing. I know you are part of what's going on. And I just flat out, I ain't got to be mean or nasty about it. And I would just tell her, you know, it's real low down and dirty when your own flesh and blood would stand in your face and lie to you, would be actively participating in having malicious things done to you, and leave it like that. And they can't stand that, and they can't really argue with you about it. The thing that they do most, from the moment that you decide to call them out, they will scatter like roaches. They be so quick to try to get out of there to end the conversation, especially if you're on the phone with them. They will be so quick to get up out of there and get off the phone with you to end the conversation in some kind of way. Because what you need to know at the end of the day, this is cruel and unusual punishment, okay? Our Constitution speaks against cruel and unusual punishment. You have not done anything wrong. There is nothing that justifies what these people are doing to you. They have no legal right, no biblical right to do what they're doing to you. And this is the reason why they run their smear campaigns against you, to try to put you down, to try to make you feel bad for what's being done. They will do anything to try to discredit you in any kind of way in the midst of their attacks against you. What you need to understand is that you haven't done anything wrong, and as long as you know that, even though this is annoying, even though it's heartbreaking because the people that you thought loved you and cared about you is participating in this and doing this, you haven't done anything wrong. Because this is not the way justice works. This is not the way the judicial system works. This is not the way due process work, okay? Because even if, what you need to remember is, even if one wanted to say you did something wrong, you have the right to defend yourself. You have the right to cancel. You have the right to a speedy trial. You have the right to efface your accusers, Okay? And none of that is taking place. These coward bastards are working against you in secret, behind closed doors. The ones that's handling the situation, for the most part, okay? And they're using these old brainwashed, dumbed down, sold out puppets to attack you and try to make you feel less than, make you feel some type of way. And, they'll spread all kind of slander and rumors about you. And I know it's irritating, but at the end of the day, they're not going to come to your face and say a thing. Period. Hold on a minute. Let me finish my lips. They're not going to come to your face and say a thing, okay? And you need to remember that, because they are, at the end of the day, they are cowards. At the end of the day, they are the ones who are committing crimes to try to hurt you, okay? They are committing crimes by using cruel and unusual punishment, by actively participating in a hate crime, and by definition, what they are doing to you would be considered domestic terrorism. From the witchcraft that they use against you to attack you with, but you can identify what is witchcraft, what is being used to try to curse you, what is being used on you maliciously just to bother you from day to day. You can identify that, just like you can identify the cruel and unusual punishment that's being used, the illegal technology that's being used to invade your mind, to try to control you, to invade and violate you, okay? And most of all, what they want to do, the majority of what they want to do is they want to try to tear you down in any way that they possibly can, okay? They want to try to tear you down. They want you to the point where you are by yourself, where you are desperate, where you are alone. This is a slow kill program. They really want you to hurt yourself or be stupid enough to wig out one day and hurt somebody else so they can say, see, I told you something was wrong with them. I told you they had a problem. I told you they were mentally ill. I told you they were a criminal. So don't allow them to use you like that, okay? You have to still live your life to the best of your ability, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how alone you are, no matter how unfair the things that are happening, that's being done to you. You have to keep your head up. Have faith in yourself. Have faith in the higher power, whatever you believe in, whatever that's going to keep you going, and not allow these cowards, these Satanists, these evil doers to get the best of you, because that's what they want to do. They essentially want to break you down as much as possible. They're out to make you look like a fool. They're out to make you look like something is wrong with you, and you are the one who has the problem, when it is actually them who are setting this up to do this. And like I spoke on in a previous video, people are targeted for several different reasons. But the bottom line is, you didn't do anything wrong. There is nothing that you could have done wrong for you to be legally invaded and violated in this way. There's nothing you could have done wrong to have your human rights invaded and violated, to have you maliciously and illegally attacked in the manner that you are being attacked. It doesn't matter who is involved. It's just really heartbreaking, and it's really sad when you find out that it's people who said they loved you, people who are close to you, who has been recruited and doing this to you. But you need to know that it goes far and beyond those individuals. Those individuals are low-level perps. They're low-level puppets, okay, who are being used. And in a sense of wickedness, whether you want to say wickedness, evil, the devil, these demonic forces, these evil forces, they will use any anybody, anything that they can to get close to you, to try to harm you. You have to protect yourself at all times, people, okay? No ifs, ands, buts about it. You have to protect yourself at all times. Be careful who you are in communication with. When you are a target, you have to be careful who you confide in, who you communicate with, whom you allow close to you, or even your children, who you have around you or in your home. If I was you, I don't trust anybody, okay? Nobody. I don't care who you are. I don't trust anybody, not even in my home, okay? There's going to be really bad days of this, and it's going to be alright days, and you're just going to feel like, okay, you know, I know they're watching, I know they still did their attacks today, but it was an okay day. You know, they have days where they'll do that, and they'll have days where it's constant, all day long, you under attack. Do not trust these people, okay? If you are not already in a relationship with someone, married, or in a situation like that, I would say do not get in a relationship with anybody. Somebody comes to you and they're acting like they're attracted to you, they love you, they really want you, they're trying to get you in compromising positions. If you have sex with this person, they're going to record you, they're going to make a mockery of you. This is going to be used to try to shame you in some type of way. And these people, they will do anything, okay? They have their hackers, they have their trackers, and they run these slander campaigns against you. So you're liable to be called a bitch, you're liable to be called a whore. They will try to demonize you, they will try to criminalize you. But if any of that was matter-of-factly true, if they had proof of anything that they try to slander against you, then they wouldn't have any reason to maliciously attack you or illegally attack you. And you just have to remember that. And, you know, they're, at the end of the day, they're bullies, but they're bullies on a higher level. They're bullies that use a combination of black magic and voodoo, and they're bullies who abuse their authority, abuse their power, and they use artificial intelligence and different forms of militarized silent weapons and illegal technology to human experiment on you, to attack you with electromagnetic frequencies and pulses and a different electronic torture. They have mind control, trauma-based mind control tactics that they are actively using against people. So you have to be aware of that. You cannot trust anybody, and it's hard. You got to be strong to be alone, okay? People, and you have to watch temptation, addictions, okay? You don't want to fall prey, because that will be used against you. They will use that to their ability to try to control your mind and your body. When you are a target, when you are a real target, you have to do whatever you have to do to loose and release whatever is keeping you bound, whatever has a hold on you, whatever has a control on you. You got to release it from you. You have to ask a source, a higher power, whatever you believe in, because I know there's different people, different walks of life with different beliefs. You do whatever you have to do to keep yourself protected, to keep yourself safe. Do not fall into addiction, and that goes into the next message video that I'm going to talk about, so I'm not going to get too much into it. But from smoking to drinking to going out and partying to doing things that you think is going to numb the pain, sex, whatever addiction you have, especially if you know you are prone to some type of addiction or something, you cannot let that overwhelm you. You cannot let that control your life, because these satanic powers that be, whom are in power, who are watching you, they will use that to their advantage to control your mind. And this is how they are able to trigger people to commit suicide. They trigger people to commit homicide. They trigger people to lash out on people because of what they're dealing with and what they're going through. If they trigger you to do any of those things, especially when it comes to hurting somebody else, it ain't gonna matter in that moment what you going through, what you dealing with, or anything. All anybody is going to see is, oh my God, you have committed this crime, you have done this, that, or the other to hurt somebody else, and you're going to be left in a position where you're feeling like, but they were attacking me and they were doing this and that to me, and this is not who we're. Nobody's going to want to hear that. That's why it's mind over matter. Stay in control of your mind as much as possible. Do not fall prey to temptation. Loose and release it from you any way that you possibly can. And I know for some people that's a lot easier said than done, but it can be done. Change is possible. If you are suffering from things like that, you may not be able to seek the help that you need for you being targeted, for the malicious evil things that's being done to you, but there are avenues for you to seek help for certain type of addictions that you may be struggling with, because you have to keep a clear mind to deal with this. You have to have a strong mind and body to deal with this. And you have to face it head on every day. And you need a clear mind. You need a sober mind to do so. And you cannot allow these people to use anything against you that would be detrimental to you, harm you in any kind of way. And also, like I said, know thy enemy. Kill thy enemy with kindness in spite of their wicked ways. And identify the snakes whom are smiling in your face. And no matter what you do, long as you got breath in your body, you make it known what is being done to you, what is happening, because you are in control of yourself. You have the right to speak against things that are being illegally done to you. You have the right to speak about your feelings, your emotions, what is happening to you, what is being done to you. And it really doesn't matter if anybody believes you, because they got these ops in place where they're going to gaslight you. They're going to call you a lie. And I find it funny. I just seen a news story the other day about supposedly United States leaders and officials and things are being attacked. They say that they are being attacked by this electronic weaponry, okay, by microwave technology that is attacking these people and have made them sick, supposedly. And it seems to amaze me that every regular person who is a target, who is speaking out about this, they will put people in our face, call us a lie, say that these things don't exist. But you can come on and tell us the very thing that us as targets have spoken out about, that we are being tortured with, that has been done to us. You sit in our face, you have people to gaslight us in our face and play these stupid games with us and say, oh no, that doesn't exist. Oh no, that isn't happening. It is happening. And they are very much aware of it. And they try to play it off. They say Russia is using illegal microwave technology to send these type of sonic attacks on United States citizens, but United States leaders right here in America refuse to admit that they are using this illegal technology to not only to experiment, but to torture